part 2 of our Gibb River Road adventures. So we're back on the road today. We've just left Mount Elizabeth, and we are headed east still, and we've got a couple of stops along the way, possible stops that we can stay if we decide to.
Yep. Or
there'll just be points of interest. So we have got Hahn River, which is the first one. Then we've got the Gibb River crossing, and if we decide not to stay at either of those, we'll push on to Elen Bray station.
That's the plan, yeah. Then we'll just see how the day takes us and work it out as we go.
How's this road this morning?
It's dead flat, yeah, I know.
It's like being on the highway.
Yeah. I know, it sounded like 70 k's an hour.
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth.
Which is good, because the drive out of Mount Elizabeth is pretty hectic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite a rough road.
Yeah.
In places anyway, so a bit slow going, but this is a welcome change.
Yep. So yeah, back on the road. Straight into it with another water crossing this morning. That one looked pretty deep, but it wasn't too bad actually. But the water's flowing this morning. All the river crossings that we've had have been bigger than yesterday.
Well, yeah, we were at Elizabeth station for a couple of days, and on the way out I'm sure that a couple of the crossings were running harder than they were on the way in.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe not, but it seems that way.
Yeah. Okay, so we have approached the Hahn River, and there is a crossing, and it's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
So we're going to take this one nice and slow.
It's on this is a big one.
That wasn't too bad. We did all right. So just across here, there's a turn off to like a camp. So we're just going to head up there and see what it's like. Do you want me to walk up, or you're right?
Oh, I don't know.
This is Hahn River, so you can stay here. There's not much room though. I don't know if anybody else turned up, if there'd be anywhere for them to stay. Getting out of here is going to be interesting, because Darren's going to have to do a 3-point turn with the caravan. You might have to just try and get on that bit there.
Yeah, I'll just try and back the van up there and try and
Oh yeah, we're going to have a scope out there. But let's see what's here. Look out for crops. Should we then have a look down there?
That's it, that's as far as I can go. The river's running, or the creek's running just here. Not too much to see down there.
No.
But
we'll push on to the next one, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Still not seeing a croc.
I
We
know.
keep looking because
Day 6 on the Gibb and we still haven't seen a croc yet.
I know we thought we might have seen them by now, but we haven't seen any. Keep going, try and pull out of over here, or is that a bit risky?
That might be better actually, yeah. Yeah, do that. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that was a bit scary. I didn't even shout, I just went with the process.
I know. Rose gets a bit nervous when we get a few angles on with the caravan and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like the caravan tipping over, and that was probably tipped over as far as we've ever had it tipped over.
It looked alright from where I was, but obviously you're outside, so...
Okay.
Well,
let's push on to the next one, which is the Gibb River crossing. So this is the Hahn River, and yeah, let's push on. So we should have known better. We celebrated the road conditions way too early.
yeah, I know,
there's been some corrugations and narrowing and all sorts going on.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the corrugations, when they start, they get pretty big.
Yeah.
Some pretty heavy ones. So.
It's levelled out again now, but I'm sure, judging by the last 20 minutes, it'll get a bit rougher again.
Well, if it gets too rough or any worse, I might have to let a little more out of the tyres, but we'll see. This section's not too bad.
Rough section.
Oh yeah.
Thought we were going to take off at 1 minute.
You get caught because the road sort of jumps up and down a bit. You can't slow down because the corrugation's in there. You need to just skim across the top. But sometimes the road's too bumpy to be able to do that, and that was one of those situations. It felt like we were going a bit too fast, but you daren't slow down because you just get smashed by the corrugations.
Okay, we stopped at the Gibb River crossing. We had a good look and it's absolutely gorgeous there. Would be perfect for us to stay for at least a night or possibly 2. But there's only room for 1 caravan and there's already somebody in there. So pretty gutted. So we've come back across the river and there is another area just up on the opposite side. So Darren has just gone for a walk up there just because he doesn't want to take the caravan in. But
yeah, the seating room down here is beautiful.
Oh.
You want to drive the caravan in, or do you want me to come get it?
You're hilarious. Okay, so it looks like it's nice down there. So it looks like we found a spot for the night. Darren just went for a walk down the track and he's found a beautiful spot, but he says he's going to have to reverse all the way back. So let's see how he goes. Darren can see the driver's side, so he's pretty good that way. So I'm just keeping an eye on the passenger side. Can still go over to your side a bit more, Darren. Okay, bring it back straight. I'm not sure how much you saw because the GoPro turned off. The battery's really low, so it's still low now, but I'm just going to have a quick look around so I can show you where we are for the night. Fully remote.
It doesn't get
no
much.
No one around.
No.
And we had to reverse in because there's no way you can turn around, so it just means that our awning and everything is on the far side, I suppose.
That means we got shade, yeah, because the sun's right over that side.
There's a shady spot right here, so it's not too bad. But I'll take you around the other side. So later we're going to do a fire because we've got some wood and everything. This is the other side. It would have been nice to sit, have the awning this side, but look at this. There's a fire there which we'll light later. It's beautiful, isn't it? Take Archie down for a walk later and he can have a little run around on the sand. Just having to look at our water pump because the water pump's not working. He's just been under the caravan. Can't see anything wrong under there. So he's now gone in to check the fuses. So fingers crossed it's just a fuse and we can get it fixed. That water pump, I tell you, it's given us a few challenges along the way.
Let's see if we can have a swim in here. Jeez, looks awesome. It's crystal clear.
Well, at least you can see.
Yeah. Look at this.
Stay watching. Wow, eh?
Yeah, no, it's just so nice and peaceful. Where's the crocs? Swimming area there.
Can you see the bottom now?
Yeah, there's a couple of logs in there.
So we're packing up camp again this morning. It was a great little camp. We had a campfire last night, which was nice. But laying in bed last night, we heard the dingoes going off. That was a bit nerve-wracking, wasn't it?
They were howling, yeah.
And there were a lot of them as well. That wasn't just one or two. There were quite a few. A couple of times they went off, but they weren't. You could tell they weren't immediately next to us, but they were obviously around us. But yeah, that was quite an experience. But,
I know, and we're way down some bush track on our own.
Yeah, I know, there's like literally no one around.
There's no one around here.
So probably saw the drone footage anyway that we posted from yesterday. But yeah, today we're not really sure what's happening today. There is a camp right across the road, just looks amazing, which we tried to get into yesterday, but there was already somebody there, and you can only fit one caravan in there. Otherwise, I think we'll just push on to Ellen Bray station.
Yeah, if not, yeah, we'll check out that other camp, and then yeah, if not Ellen Bray,
yeah. So this amazing spot across the road from where we were last night was vacant this morning, so we've jumped on it. We didn't know whether we were just going to move on, but you know, this is the beauty of you know, traveling full time. You've got no time frame or anything like that, so if you decide to stay somewhere longer, you can. So yeah, we've literally just come across the road. We drove back across that water crossing this morning, and I'll show you why we wanted to be here. So that's the road crossing right there. But look at this spot, isn't it beautiful? And it's Mother's Day today, so what a place to be. Let's go for a little wander. Hey? I thought you said there was a croc there. I don't know why you took them off. Good morning.
Morning.
So we are day 8 today of our Gibb River Road adventures, and today we are headed off to Elen Bray station. So we did last night at that beautiful Gibb River free camp, that water crossing. So Darren went for a nice dip in the river yesterday.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He's braver than me. But no, it was a lovely area. It was quite busy. There was quite a few people around, weren't there?
Yeah.
Turning up throughout the day. So yeah, you got to get there early to get that primo spot. So we did stay across the road the night before so that we could jump on it first thing in the morning, and that worked.
Yeah, but the people rocking up, they're all looking at that side. Everyone wants to get on there.
Yeah, everyone wants to get there. So yeah, I would say a tip is to get there nice and early, or maybe do what we did. And if you really want to do one night there, stay in the other camp across the road, wait for it to become vacant, and then jump on.
Yeah. Now, well, we're heading to Elen Bray station now.
Yeah.
Should be there in an hour or so.
Probably an hour or so.
Depending on how bad the road is.
Yeah, let's see how this road is today. There's a dingo on the side of the road, so not sure if you got that. Hopefully you can see that in the footage. They're quite timid. As soon as they sort of see or hear anyone, I think they'll pretty much run away. That one just ran behind the tree.
Concentration levels are up today. The road's pretty rough. I let a bit of air out of the tyres yesterday, the day before, because I thought we were just a little bit hard. I just took like another £5 out of the tyres, and that has helped heaps. There's a lot of rocks on the road today, and they're sharp too, and they're the ones that will just slice the tyre if you're not careful. So I'm trying to be as aware as I can and drive as carefully as I can and avoid all the big ones. Okay, we've just rocked up to Elen Bray station. Rachel's in getting organised, but look at this place, it's so tropical. Yeah, stunning. Everything's just so nice and green out here. Very cool.
Stay here and go and have a drink or something in the cafe, in the little seating area if you want.
Yeah, so we could have something, we could have a drink in there.
We could take Archie in, there's some tables outside if you want to go and sit down and have a drink or something, because we've got to go back up the track that we just came in.
Yep.
And where it says Ringers,
yep,
that's where we're staying.
Okay.
There's a lovely walk where we can take Archie. There's a water hole, 100 metres. And if we want to unhitch, we can go back up to their driveway, and then where it says there was that no entry sign, you go in there and there's a sandy gorge and there's a nice deep watering hole.
Yeah, so we might do that, yeah.
Do you want to go in and sit down and maybe have something to eat?
Yeah.
We can take Archie. Archie's allowed everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's no baiting.
Yeah, cool.
So we're all set up at Elen Bray station. They've got a beautiful little cafe where you check in and everything. You can have drinks and stuff. So we actually stopped there for a drink and some scones with jam and cream.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was rude not to. That was morning tea. So then we got allocated our area, went and set up. So we're all sorted there. So we're just driving back up the track now to go and check out Sandy Gorge. So from our camp, it's about 4 kilometres, and then there's, when you get to the car park, there's a 500-metre walk. Dogs are allowed. I asked if they do baiting and they said no, so we're all good. So Archie's coming with us.
Yeah, dog friendly.
Yeah, so hopefully it's lovely, and we might spend a couple of hours here because it is quite warm here. It's actually quite warm at the caravan, so might just hang around at the watering hole for a little bit and cool off.
Yeah. Well, Rachel's in. It's pretty dark and murky in there.
I can't see the bottom and I'm not going any further out. I can stay here or I can see. They say there's no, well, they don't say there's no crocs in here, they just said that it's okay in here, so it would be fresh waters anyway, freshwater crocs.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty beautiful, look at it.
Oh, it's nice and cool. It's nice to cool off.
Archie, you gonna go in?
It's not even worth just getting your feet wet, Archie. Come on.
We could move to our sandy patch.
Yeah.
I'll move the stuff now. Oh, Archie, is that nice and cool?
Archie. No, don't drink it. Oh, come on, Archie. So this is Sandy Gorge on Elen Bray station. It's not really sure how we feel about it. It's nice and cool, but it's a bit dark and you can't really see what's in the water.
Yeah.
Which does make us a little bit nervous. Archie! Oh no.
Oh, they did tell us that the staff there swim here all the time, no problems with crocs, and they did say it's dog friendly, so they must be fairly sure, otherwise Archie would be nowhere near the water.
Yeah. He's full of sand. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh, good boy. I know. Don't think I like it when it goes dark. Look.
Flies, turn around. Oh, you're not fully plastered, but there's quite a few.
Look at your head. There's a million on your head. Keep going. And the flies on your back. Ugh.
Gross.
Good morning. So we're just packing up this morning, and we're just going to take Archie for a quick walk, get him to go to the toilet. That's our normal routine. But yeah, this is Elen Bray station. We're in the Ringers campground. So there's Ringers and can't remember the other one, but I'll put it in the link below. This morning there is a walk from the campground, which I think it's like literally 100 meters or something, so it's a water hole. So we thought we'd walk Archie down there this morning for his morning walk. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Bless you.
Thank you. Come on, there's a rope swing there.
Yeah, that's a nice little area. Okay, let's head back and get finished setting up and hit the road. Goodness, anxiety was peaking on that one. For me anyway, not Darren.
There's a bit of excitement.
Oh, far out.
But how's the road? Look, must have only been graded yesterday or something.
This is awesome.
It's absolutely dead flat.
It has been horrific though, coming out of, not horrific, but really shaly coming out of Elen Bray. But literally the last 2-3 minutes, it's great. Gravel again.
It was just a little kilometre section.
Yeah, which I didn't get on video, but it was good. Set up the caravan at Home Valley Station, and we have decided to drive back along the Gibb River Road because we're crazy. About 16 kilometers is Bindulla Falls. We actually passed it on the way here, but we didn't realise that that was the turn off. But that said, we wouldn't have been able to take the caravan down anyway because apparently it's a bit of a tight turn. So we've dropped off the caravan and we are headed back to go and check out Bindulla Falls.
Yeah, I think it should be a good one.
So we're at Bindulla Falls. This is lovely. The falls, I think you have to go down a little bit. Oh, we're at the top of the falls, I think.
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's water in there. So we're right at the start of the dry season. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, we should have brought the drone. How do you get down there though?
Send the drone up from where we are.
Hold on to Archie tightly, please.
Oh, we're not going down there. Well, could you?
Can walk around and have a look. Wow, it's absolutely stunning. You can walk along the edge a little bit if you want to. I cannot believe that places like this exist. It is just absolutely stunning. I honestly, the GoPro will not be doing it any justice at all, but it is absolutely beautiful. I don't even know, there's no words to describe. It's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there not much?
No, it's just leaks all the time.
We just found a little shady spot so that we can have a sit for a minute and Archie can have a drink, because these rocks are pretty hot as well. Might even put Archie's boots on. He's thirsty.
I managed to walk all the way across from the waterfall that we were looking at, right across the top, all the way over here, and here's the next waterfall. Wow, it's pretty special. So glad we've ended up doing the Gibb right at the start of the season, because already places like this are starting to dry out. You can see all the water has been running all the way down here, and it's nearly dried up already, so that waterfall won't be there for much longer. I'm not too sure if you can see all that's left of water up here on this top plateau. There's a couple of puddles here and this here. Rachel's told me I need to find a crocodile, but I don't think there are any up here. Wow. Just wow. I better move, I'm getting told off for being too close to the edge. It's a bit scary though.
Well, if the fall doesn't kill you, the crocodile's waters might.
Yeah.
They're only freshy, so it shouldn't be too bad. They might just come and give you a kiss. Okay, we've just come back to this gorgeous lookout on the way back to the Home Valley station where the caravan is, because Darren's going to send the drone up in a minute, but we're going to leave this episode here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're towards the end of the Gibb River experience, where we've only got a couple of stops left to go. Also the Pt2 River crossing, which is a big one, so I'm sort of looking forward to that on one hand, a little bit nervous on the other, but that'll be in next week, so join us for that. Okay, and I want to say a big thank you to my brother Craig and Jake and Isabel for buying us a coffee this week. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we really appreciate that. So good. So it'll be, you were very generous, so we'll also get a beer too. Yeah, that'll be nice. We're at El Questre tomorrow, so that'll be the first thing we do is get ourselves a nice drink. Nice cold beer.
So cheers, guys.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. All right, well that's it. We're gonna leave this one here. And we'll see you guys next time. Catch you in next week's episode 3 of the Gibb River Road. See ya. See ya.